Well, hello my fellow video gamers and Let's Players, I'm Jellyfish, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. In the last episode, we started the good old level of Jellyfish Fields, and in this episode, we're going to be continuing it. Now, we might finish Jellyfish Fields in this episode, depending on how much progress I can get into it, but I'm definitely not sure. That is a Thunder Tiki. Do not mess with those. Throw them out of your way. Now, you could just hit them like that, do not go into that little bouncy platform, because that will lead you back to where we were, and I kinda do not want to go back to where I was. All I want to do is I just want to throw these things and get this, and talk to Plankton.
Hey, you barnacle head! Watch where you're going!
Rock is talking to me. Almighty Rock, I am at your command!
Down here, you big pink lummox!
Oh, hi there, Mr. Plankton. Are you going to vaporize me today?
So very tempting. Unfortunately, I found myself in the undesirable position of having to assist you.
I was in an undesirable position yesterday, and now my neck hurts.
Heed my words, my large future minion. Go into Jellyfish Cave. Follow the instructions on the signs that you see. At the end of the caves, you'll still be a big pink idiot, but you'll know enough to help defeat the robots and get me back into the chum bucket.
Well, then will you vaporize me?
I might spare your life so I can force you to work in my sweatshop, making low-quality design and knockoff waffles.
Oh, thank you!
Well, the wallets is cut off a little bit, and we are not slavery and/or, I guess you could say, the Middle East. Or India. I don't really think Middle East would it be, and actually would it be? Or would that be more of like a Southeast Asia? Which I guess Southeast Asia would not be that. That'd be like China. And maybe India, where the Himalayas are. And that was not good because I got hit by lava, because yeah, first level in this game, already lava. That is something we have to worry about. I don't know why, but that is something we're worrying about in the first freaking level of the game. I mean, to be fair, it's not much lava, but we have something else here as well. Well, god dang it, hit the button, God, whatever. Okay, what we have to do here is we have to take the throw through and we have to hit these buttons, but I guess I was a little bit too slow, and for some odd reason, this one right here did not hit this button. There we go, now that is open. And this thing is really annoying because we have spikes that we have to worry about. Also, we can only hit these if we get a throw fruit, which obviously we really don't want to get a throw fruit and bring it back there, because there's only shiny objects that you can regain at a different point in the level. And now, if I was smart, I would say just kill yourself here, because it would make it so it's a little bit easier to get through here, but I actually want to try to see if I can get through here without having to do that. Or maybe not, let's see. And I think I actually did get through here without having to do that. Yay, lucky me. Because, well, what I was trying to say is, in this level, well, in this area here, what will happen is, like, if you die, they all start going simultaneously, which is really helpful. I don't even know why they don't go simultaneously at the beginning, or why they don't make it as hard if you die. Maybe because they wanted kids to be able to know what to do in this game or something, but anyways, throw that on that platform and you get right through here. But now, over here, we actually do have a sock, but we cannot get to it. I forgot that cutscenes break watermelons in boxes. Yay. What I'm trying to say is we cannot get to this right now, because right now we actually have to make these watermelons into platforms which you can, make the watermelons into platforms which we can jump on. I guess my talk is a little weird because this is the third episode in a session. Usually by the third episode in a session, I'm kind of like already like, because I can only record 3 episodes. And after 3 episodes, I'm kind of like, I don't even know anything else I want to do. And luckily, my rumble feature is off, because that is something I believe I have off right now, which I believe is off because I have not felt any rumbling every time I hit something, because if you want to know, the GameCube rumbling feature is really crazy. Because, well, as you know, well, I mean, actually, I used to test this in Mario Party 7, because when Bowser would appear, it would go crazy with the rumbling feature. I don't even know why it would go this crazy, it just would. But anyways, aside from rumble features that are really loud and you really don't want to hear them in commentary video things, and or Let's Plays, because that is exactly what this is. It is a Let's Play. I am not doing a commentary, because a commentary would involve me talking over a video game I already played. Kind of like a post-commentary. I mean, I'm not really going to be going into commentaries that much, but I'm just going to be getting some socks. So I believe that was lucky number, yeah, that was lucky number 13. And we have 9 of the 14 socks already that we can get in this good old Jellyfish Fields, which, you know, is actually pretty good because, well, Jellyfish Fields actually has the most amount of socks in this game. It's a little weird to think that the first level would have the most amount of socks in here, but they're all decently easy to get, which we can't actually get all of the socks until the end of the... Well, I mean, not the end of the game, but towards the end of the game, we cannot get all the socks until... Because there are certain moves we get as SpongeBob that'll make it so we can get every single thing we need to get in this level. But we're going to be able to get all the golden spatulas. There will be one level that we won't be able to get all the golden spatulas until a good amount later in the game. But that will not be in... Well, I mean, we're not going to be doing the level for a little bit, but that level will come up actually as the next level, and oh my god. I did that the wrong way. I mean, it's not really bad. I could just hit that and then go over to the other side. What I wanted to do is I wanted to hit that after I had already done, like, get the golden spatula after I already hit it, because then make it a little bit easier and you will not get hit more, you will not get hit as likely. Anyways, Jellyfish Lake.
Ahoy there! Squidward tells me you're looking for the King Jellyfish.
Yes?
Good thing, too. That monster has been stinging all my good customers in their poop decks. I hear that you can find him up top of Old Spork Mountain here. Go hook that beast, sailor!
Oh boy, Mr. Krabs. I'll see what I can do.
We will hook that beast. Not in the next episode, but in this episode. Never mind what I said about the this episode thing. I always keep forgetting about, oh, well, this episode is different, and why are you finally telling us how to defeat enemies? We kind of had enemies in the beginning of that one jellyfish, like, cave area that we had to defeat. I don't know. Now, I guess right now I'll go into a little bit of a feature that's in this game. Well, it's basically, all the levels are basically divided into about 3 sub-levels. What I was trying to say was I believe they're basically gone into 3 sub-levels. The first level, the second level, third level, and sometimes a boss because, well, not exactly a boss, but more of a mini-boss. Now, I believe there's really nothing to get over here, and I believe I can't even really get those either, which I'm not even going to try to get those because I would have to throw one of those tikis, which I already broke. Anyways, how you doing, Mrs. Puff?
Mrs. Puff?
Hello, Patrick. I've got a job for you to do.
Oh boy.
I found a golden spatula, but those robots out on the island stole it and threw it into the lake. If you can figure out how to get it back, you're welcome to it.
Show enough, Mrs. Puff.
Now, Mrs. Puff, why do you look so flustered all of a sudden? I mean, she seems like this whole game, she has that same animation, and she just looks like she is flustered all the time. I don't even know why, but it's kind of a weird thing, and I accidentally did not hit that. Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to use these robots to hit this machine right there, which that time it really didn't even work. But I guess it, Jesus Christ, I guess it did work. But what we have to do is just grab the, well, stun them, grab them, throw them at the little areas. Hi-yi-yi. They are being really persistent, aren't they? They keep hitting me like crazy. I'm gonna have to get a little health thing right here. And also hit one of you guys, too, and hopefully not kill you. Because killing these guys would be a really bad thing. Jesus. I guess I'm not going fast enough, because I'm getting some of these robots right, like, I hear them going right before they're about to hit me. But I guess I actually did that kind of flawlessly. Not as flawless as I would like to have done it, because if it was as flawless as I would have liked to have done it, I would have not have gotten hit. But somehow there's no robots here, because I guess I killed it before they generated another robot. Anyways, well, there's another golden spatula. Good ol' emptying the lake of the water, which I guess could be a bad thing if you think about it, because, well, just to get a golden spatula for our needs, we empty the lake, which, if you think about it, the golden spatula would have moved if they wouldn't do, if it fell into the goo, because this is technically goo, and I guess it's not water, and I'm just going to skip over that text there, because I really don't need it. But now you're supposed to be continuing with Patrick, but they give you the change thing, so, you know, why not switch to, why not switch to SpongeBob? Which now I think they wanted you to, because we have these shy tikis right here. What these shy tikis are is you have to sneak up on them. In order to sneak up on them, you have to actually use the control stick and barely push forward, like this. Now, it's kind of hard to do on the GameCube controller, because what I have to do is I have to put my finger in front of the other one in order to do this. Because what happens is I guess I don't, like, if I don't do this, I will accidentally push all the way out, which could be really bad for a future level. But I believe we can just do this to get that stuff right there. And if we really want to, we can just get these again by sneaking up on them. But I usually don't even bother with shy tikis, because I'm not a really big fan of having to be very quiet. But also, if you wave your bubble wand, they stay put. But I guess if only if you move. Only if you move with the control stick, they will go away. That is for everything. If you're on a slide and they're on there, if you don't even, like, move the control stick, you can hit them. Now, I always wondered how you would be able to hit them on a slide, because there are thunder tikis on slides that we saw right before, and waterfalls are very loud in this game. I don't know why waterfalls are extremely loud in this game, but they are, and, like, the only thing you could hear are waterfalls when you do this. Now, I'm going to try not to talk about the waterfalls as much, but the waterfalls are very prevalent. The waterfalls are very... Oh, there we go, the waterfalls are gone. They are gone, and they are dead, and they are out of our tracks for the rest of our lives. We need the cruise bubble for this, which we will get after the bubble bowl, which you saw earlier in this game. Yeah, Jellyfish Fields is really like, we want to pound everything into your head that you need to know. You need to do this, you need to be able to do this eventually, you'll get this eventually, and you need to get socks. That is why this is the first level. Also, if you really want to, you can get a Freezy Fruit as Patrick to get that not golden spatula, to get that shiny object down there. That is a 50 shiny object, which I believe we got one of those in the last episode. Usually 50 shiny objects are kind of hard to get, and I usually won't get them because they are they are obviously not meant for 100%. Well, I mean, they can kind of lead to 100% if you think about it, because what can happen is you get to them, well, what can happen is they'll lead you farther into being able to pay Mr. Krabs, which we could technically right now. Also, what this is trying to say is you can only kill these stone tikis with a thunder tiki like that. This is the last type of tikis you need to know, and the tutorial for tikis, we're done. Our done? It's our done, Jordan, not our done. And saying our done is like saying our steaks are done. Our steaks are done. Except, let's say our turkey, because turkey was something we had very recently. Did I mention Thanksgiving last episode? I think I might have. Oh my god, oh Jesus. I actually have double what I need for this. I don't think I've ever had double what I need for this, but we have to pay 2,000 shiny objects for this. A little bit of a big difference from the 100 or whatever we had to pay for the first one, but we will get a good amount of shiny objects before that. That is why I suggest to make sure you do not pay not Patrick, make sure you do not pay, I cannot talk. Make sure you do not pay Mr. Krabs until the end of the game, because you really need these shiny objects in order to continue some of these levels. Because as you saw there, if we probably went back and paid Mr. Krabs, we would not have been able to continue this level, and we'd have to go to the next level, which we could actually... No, we can only go to 1. Because we need 5 golden spatulas to get to one of the levels, which that is one of the things I didn't show. It's another one of those taxi things. I showed the one for 10 golden spatulas, which we can't get. We're not going to be going to that for a little bit, because we have a whole bunch of... Wait, where is the robot? There it is, okay. I heard the robot, so I'm like, where are you? Because that is another thing different. Well, I'm not even going to say it, but yeah. I hear audio. My first playthrough of this game, was not able to hear audio. That is how I can show cutscenes now. But what we have to do is we have to go over here and get this sock. Because there is yet another sock here. Good old 14. Yeah, you get a good amount of socks in this level. And that is an example of that is an example of me not paying attention and me not caring. Usually what they'll do is they'll put a thunder tiki around a whole bunch of the shy tiki, so it makes it really easy to kill them. That is what I really like. Also, this can be a little bit annoying. I don't know. I used to think it was annoying when I was a little kid, but now that I'm older, I'm kind of like, well, that's not that bad. Also, since this is kind of a kid's game, which I will not make it so this game is not like it's hard because it's a kid's game. A lot of people know how hard the movie game is. I for sure know how hard the movie game is. This game's not oh Jesus, this game is not as hard as I almost fall. But I kind of do like this game more. I mean, that's kind of like a segue, because you might have been wondering, like, which game do I like better? I like this game. Now, it's kind of weird because my commentary feels like it's being based off of, you probably saw the other playthrough before, but I don't know. I guess I'm not going to be saying it that much, and look at that shadow there. This is kind of weird, but I really like how the shadow is. Good old math equations, I believe, because, like, they have to... Well, actually, no. I believe they don't calculate the sun, because the sun calculation would mean that, like, the different points of the day, which actually... There would not be different points of the day, because every single level has just one cycle. Day. Well, not... I shouldn't even say cycle. It has one set frame. Day. Also, as you saw down there, never mind. What I was trying to say is they have one set cycle. Day, night. I don't even think any of them are evening or anything like that. What I'm trying to say, other than that, or whatever, I can't believe that my talking is going weird. Well, as you saw down there earlier, there were combos. You get combos for getting a certain amount of shiny objects, usually from breaking a whole bunch of boxes. But now, there's this thing here because they expect you to go up there as Patrick. But we have this little wall jump, which we can only do as SpongeBob, which what I like to do is I like to mash the A button and then move the control stick back and forth in order to get up to these areas. That is at least the way I do it. If you have a different way, feel free to do it that way, because I don't know, that's just the way that works for me. Because later in this game, I find that wall jumping and me do not mix that well, but that is just what I have to say. But we have a golden spatula. And you know what? Since we only are about 16 minutes into this episode, we are going to be finishing Jellyfish Fields in this episode. Spork Mountain, here we come.
Bubble Buddy! Gosh, everyone is trying to help out today.
Step quietly there. That King Jellyfish is just up at the top of this path. Good luck. You'll need it.
Thanks, Bubble Buddy.
Yes, we probably actually know. Luck is actually good on our side because this boss is not all that hard. SpongeBob be a creeper.
I knew the King Jellyfish was big, but who knew he had such a beautiful voice?
Well, now this is King Jellyfish, which he is a boss. He is definitely a boss. What we have to do is we have to wait until he shocks like that, and then we have to hit him. Now, for some reason when I was little, I had a lot of trouble on this boss. Do not ask me why, because this boss is a pretty big pushover. Now, I believe there's actually supposed to be a mini-boss music playing right here, but what's happening is it's only Jellyfish Fields. I don't know why. I believe it's because they meant to play a mini-boss theme here, but I guess they accidentally did not put it in the game. So I don't exactly know why it's not in the game, but we have one last hit we need to do, so let's jump over his electric wave and hit him. Well, now that we are awfully mean and kicked King Jellyfish off of his mountain, I don't exactly know why we did that, but let's wait until this water goes out because, well, something I never mentioned, SpongeBob and Patrick cannot swim. That is something you really need to know, and there is another character in this game that no one knows if the person can or can't swim, because that character is never in any of the levels. Now, right here, I want to try to get something, which I don't know exactly if I will be able to get this, so let's try this right now. What I want to do is I want to jump over here, and I want to kind of make my way into here. There we go. I can't believe I did that first try. That is basically the sock on the slide. I don't exactly know the path you have to go in order to get that sock if you want to get it the regular way, so that is the way I do it. Now, if we jump correctly, we should be able to get onto here. This one is a lot easier to get to than the sock because, well, the sock, it's kind of like, oh, well, you probably don't need to get this because you're probably not going for 100%. But let's talk to good old Larry Lobster.
See, no problem. You could do anything you set your mind and your muscle to.
You know when they say you're not supposed to miss leg day? You're also not supposed to miss bicep day. Anyways, after we criticize people on their workout habits, let's go back and talk to Squidward because we need to give him that jelly for him to rub all over himself. In the most sexual way possible. I know this is a kid's game. I don't care. Anyways, since I just talked myself all the way through that loading screen, here we go.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels so much better.
Anything for my best friend Squidward. Can I rub some on?
What if I just gave you this?
Well, thank you for the golden spatula. And now, like I said, we actually finished good old Jellyfish Fields in this episode. Yeah, Jellyfish Fields is actually not all that long of a level, but that is about it for this episode of Let's Play Spongebob Squarepants Battle for Bikini Bottom. Oh god, that was a weird sound there. I guess I stopped talking, I did a weird sound. I sometimes do that, I don't know why. But anyways, I guess that kind of wasted a little bit of time, because I wanted to waste it to get here. In the next episode, we are going to be going and tackling downtown Bikini Bottom. So, this has been Jotto Plays saying see you later, and goodbye.